Yes. This is it. This is yet another week. Another great week of spectacular football, spectacular comedy, and anything nice around the globe. As usual, we are Great Minds, and this is episode or podcast 25. As always, I'll be your moderator, and we'll first go through the list of the things that we're going to look at, and then at a later date we can look at we can go into our discussion, and then we get into the vibe or into the show. So as usual, we are going to have our opening remarks or our introduction. This time different from tech. We're looking at wars that are happening around the globe. We're looking for a persistent graduate that finally managed to graduate after 10 years. Then then we look into the new building row. We'll discuss that in the details within our introduction remarks. Of course, we'll look into the local content, that is local sport. We'll discuss Oima Stadium. Mixed jersey on the pitch for the same team. And of course, we look at the AFCON money, the source of strike when we enter any serious tournament. Then definitely we'll get into Champions League. We'll look at the playoff, and we'll look at something that transpired, what happened between the match of Madrid and Benfica. We'll look at the round of 16 draw and how it transpired, of course, and the predictions. Then we'll look into the EPL Gameweek, that is 27, the results and reaction. Same applies to Gameweek 28, results and reaction. Of course, we enter into our fantasy teams, since we are fantasizers, and then look at the number of the league. Of course, we have a few changes into it. We'll focus on our teams, our fantasy teams. And of course, we'll look at the matches and the prediction for game week, I think 25, 26. One of those game weeks. And then, of course, we'll look at the key player, because we've seen a few flops here and there. And of course, we'll get into our conclusion. So basically, that's how we are going to rhyme. Those are close to 6 segments. And to start off is Double S.
Yes. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to where we have the hottest takes. What's happening in football, locally and internationally, and also in tech. So a lot has been happening, as you've seen. There's wars everywhere, but hopefully by the end of this episode, you'll be happy and more motivated to get on with your life. And also, we might motivate you to build a bunker, because you never know. Anything can happen. World War III is knocking on the door. Yes, off to you, JW.
All right, so you've had, as usual, to this time we are missing our content producer. Hopefully he's doing well wherever he is. And hopefully we'll upload our podcast before the game week starts.
Yeah, hopefully.
So then we decided to do this podcast on Monday, given the fact that yesterday Arsenal won. We were in the happy mood, so we couldn't add on the podcast. So generally, for starters, you mentioned about wars.
Yeah.
I've been seeing around the news, I think, since Saturday. Means left, right, and center. You know, we have our fellows in those countries that went there to do the common term is jail, but actually work in the foreign land. And they have been posting a few videos here and they are showing missiles actually. Yeah. This time these are not movies. These are not Schwarzenegger movies and the likes. This time real missiles hammering all the so-called, I think, either the embassies and the likes. So is this the new world that we are living in? Is this because in the Bible, I think something like that was predicted?
Yes.
Somewhere I saw also symptoms also predicted the same thing. Is it what we are going through now, Or is it that someone who wrote a script want to justify their statement? Or it is just the usual business as usual, a few measures here and there, and then boom, we are back to normal?
I don't think there are going to be a few misers there, here and there. Because as we know, us the Muslims, we are fasting, and there is something we say, it's in the Quran. It says the reason why your predecessors are punished was because they asked a lot. So I think whatever is happening in this world, I think there are people asking a lot of questions. Why is America doing this? Why is America doing that? Why are you mean with your oil? You know, things like that. And I think it's causing wars everywhere. And I think we're on the brink of a third world war.
So
hopefully not.
Is Iran a Muslim country?
Yes, it is.
Is it legal according to the Quran of what they are doing now? Because in Ramadan, you're in Ramadan, right? Yeah. You're supposed to be extremely as holy, yes, as possible. So, and when their supreme leader died, they, I think, raised the flag, and then they are saying they are going to avenge.
Yeah, they raised the red flag.
So, is that part of Muslim, or is there exceptions?
I know. I think
Muslim beliefs,
religion-wise, Muslims were given the right to hammer whoever hammered them first. You're not allowed to hammer first. Like
even in the Lent period?
Yes, you're not allowed to provoke anyone.
Yeah.
But if someone provokes you, you have the right. Okay. At first, it's advised you warn them. You'll be like, you know what? Leave me alone. Even if you're going to kill something, maybe a snake, you'll be like, you're in the wrong place. If it doesn't move and still, imposing a threat, you are obliged and allowed to kill it. So America struck first, and Israel. So Iran was also like, okay, if this is what we are doing, we also have something, a sign of gratitude.
You know, Iran has uranium.
Yeah, so they say. So I think things might take a...
Yeah, but so in the world, which is very strange. Like, I just wanted you to take a similar example like here. And imagine you have your single room, and you have this friend of yours who come and to usually visit you. And then this time when they come, they decide to, instead of going for a long call in where it's supposed to be done, they do it in the living room, and like, man, what are you going to do? Because those days when we were still in school, we used to be weak, and there were big boys there. So you would have, I remember one of my colleagues would always, there's a game, it's called Chinyakula in Uganda. Like, if you have something and then you did a pact or something like that, and then someone finds with that or anything to eat, they can snatch it away from you. So now this cousin brother of mine would do Chinyakula on people who were bigger than him. So at any moment, every time he has something to eat, the other guy spots it, he comes and takes it, eats it, just like that. So the same thing if a guy comes and then pops into your bedroom, your single bedroom, that you've maintained, try to keep it clean, and he's stronger than you and the legs. What are you supposed to do as a human being?
I think that depends on your resolve. Because for some people, you'll take the easy way out.
What is the easy way out? Stay quiet,
stay humble, and clean the poop. But for some people, regardless of the size, regardless of the strength,
how many times can do what you said? Stay quiet, clean the poop, and life moves on.
Actually, very few people.
Because that is exactly what I'm told. That's exactly what happened to Iran. They have really, really tried to scratch them, trying to put them in unnecessary deals that they don't feel comfortable with. And then boom, they're like, okay, you can't listen, now we are going to show you by force.
Yeah, actually, I heard it has been going for around 4 decades.
Yeah, and then someone was telling me, I think earlier today, that actually these people took it as an advantage. That because all those people were in the same place for a negotiation.
Yes.
So they took it as an advantage, and then they hammered them. Is humanity failing? Have we failed the world? If God look at us now, what does he see in us now?
Because for a country that claims to be a superpower, what they did is pretty coward. If you want to face someone off, you don't just give them a surprise attack when they're in a meeting or when they're not expecting it. Back in the days, people used to fight with honor. Yes, you send a letter, I'm like, this is a declaration of war.
Yeah.
And on this day, let us meet on this field.
Yes,
and
exactly. Not just getting people off guard. But actually, if you look at that, it's actually, someone can claim out there that it's being wise, but it's a sign of cowardness.
Yes.
If you want to fight a man, get on one-on-one. Yes. And if you've seen the ancient wars, the Greeks and the likes, the rise and fall of the, what is that kingdom? Helen of Troy. Troy, was it Troy? The rise and fall of Troy through the Trojan horse.
Yes.
It was also trickery. You get, and so should they say that they tricked them into a peace talk? And does that mean that whoever is any other peace talks to come in the future, you don't need to trust them at all? Because you might go to the peace talks and you hammered there.
That means they can't be trusted. For any country that's dealing with them, trading with them, whatever business you have with them, it means at any moment they know your movements because they have their spies in your country. You allow them to come there. So at any moment, you can be bombed.
So, question, where is the rule of law in this case?
I hear that they made some law. And you'll find that they have some funny justification, I believe. Though I don't know why the Asia is so quiet. Not a single country from Asia has come out to say what you're doing is wrong. Maybe to intervene, nothing. So I don't know what's happening. Are they allies?
Well, you could be ally in the quiet. Not everything that you're supposed to go in the public and then start talking. What if the Asians are already in there in Iran and then try to fight off the Americans and the likes? Because you can't come and tell you, we are supporting this and this. Now you, in your own mindset, you being a Muslim and this being a rent period, do you think what Iran is doing is right?
Yes, of course. No doubt. I think Jesus said that when you're slapped on one cheek, please turn over the other.
Yeah.
So they also get slapped.
Yeah.
There's nothing that says that in Islam.
But even
if someone smacks you on one cheek, give them a kick.
So that's exactly what Iran is doing.
Yes.
Because that's what it has done, and that apparently has destabilized a lot. But like you said, this wasn't their calling. You said they were provoked into getting into that. I mean, you see abaganda kastonyiga nyinde nnyo n'ogifiirako n'oginyiga emala nejja omusaayi.
Yes.
Dikati the people babasindise ne babasindika mpaka nga batuuse ku kisenge ku lwazi ne bagamba omanyi we cannot go anywhere. And hence they started retaliating. So we leave everything in God's hand. We as a country were not there. We as individuals don't know what they are fighting and the likes. The only problem is the war reaching here.
And hopefully our people that are there are safe.
Exactly, we pray for their safety.
We always tell you to learn from the movies you watch. This is the moment where you need those skills. And
actually someone was saying that this time, Ugandans and their jokes, that this time the elders have always been saying, Mumwala bentaro, mumanyize emudza sabasaba, kati kuno bagenda banyumiza, fe tulabye mizairo zino ziruva okwaya. So kati in others, the elders, they have nothing to tell us. They are saying, someone said that we've seen wars also. Serious wars, missiles flying. For them, did they see any missile?
They didn't see any.
Exactly. So these guys have seen missiles, rocket and the likes. So Ugandans will find something funny in anything that they literally put their hands on.
Of course, I also saw a meme that the president of North Korea, he's waiting for one of the missiles to fall into his country. And they were showing happy pictures of people who would be excited when one lands in his country. Be like, I've had my toys for generations. And I had no one to play with.
Now I have. So, exactly. So, they just moving away from the war, but we pray that people stay safe. We pray that the war end as quickly as possible, because there's no money whatsoever it is that can replace a human life.
Of course.
So that shouldn't be taken for granted. So anyway, moving on to the graduation. You know very well that I think Mook has been graduating.
Yeah.
And among the graduates, a special graduate, he has been doing architecture engineering, civil engineering.
It was some
Either architecture or something
yeah.
similar to that, exactly. So he managed to do this course. They expelled the man.
Yes.
Fees had become a problem.
Yes.
In 10 years, he didn't give up. Finally, he has graduated. And surprisingly, his fellow peers cheered him.
Yeah,
because that's
so
a
the
miracle.
man was being lifted.
Exactly. They even cut a cake.
Mm.
The man is a hero. He stood on and he started giving their whatever speech.
Mm.
But trust me, 10 years at campus. 10 years. What do you think this man is eating? Or what kind of energy that has motivated him to stay in that course for this long?
I don't know what has motivated him, but for 10 years, pursuing one course. By that time, people are doing PhD. And for you, still doing one course. For the people he started with in year one, I think by now they are doing PhD. And for you, still on bachelor's.
Yeah.
And that's sad. Someone to be expelled. And then you have tuition issues. But you persist. He's the perfect image of never give up. I think university should use him in ads.
Yeah, actually, yeah. And I think he should actually be tagged as a role model.
Yes.
I mean, to me personally, because reason that's why some people are failing to do their masters from certain universities or their PhD from certain universities, that in a bachelors are okay.
Yeah.
Apart from your brain. But for masters and the PhDs, I'm told, to complete it in this scheduled time, you have to thank God. You have to believe whoever you believe in is the most powerful. That's according to some universities. Now, this colleague of ours he has stayed in there with the retakes, fees issues, plus being exposure, because they said akuma mubana omuliro. Finally, he has graduated. Would you recommend for him for a trophy? Should he be considered as a hero? Should he get a statue at the entrance? Because I don't know if there is anyone in that university that has tried to do that. If there is any, let them come out. This is the first.
Is a lot of years.
Doing a bachelor's.
Yes, it is a lot of years.
Yes.
I think maybe it would be normal if you are doing like medicine. You want to become a surgeon.
Yeah.
or a father. I heard they studied for 11 years. That's a normal period of time.
Yeah.
But for a normal bachelor's, anything beyond 5, actually let's say 6, at worst 6. If you go beyond 6,
even if it is 6, what are you really doing there?
let's say you are doing law and you had to study for 5 years, so you have some retakes and you repeat for 1 year. But anything more than 6, I think you should be one of the names that are being praised and thanked on Heroes Day.
That's what you think?
You need to be remembered on Heroes Day.
So you think it deserves to be remembered?
Yeah, for what he has done. Like, at least that's someone you can hire and you're sure no matter what happens, your project is going to get delivered.
Exactly. It
might take a little longer, but he won't give up.
Exactly.
He will stay on it until it works out.
And he has a concept which most of the great scientists actually did try out. The people who invented bulbs, the people who invented electricity and the likes, those people never tried for just 2 years. No.
Yes.
People tried for like 40, 60 years, trying to innovate something new. And I think this colleague of ours has shown that perseverance, that through the hard and thick, you can still reach your goal. And if the same momentum is taken by whether you're in the workplace, whether you're at school, whether you're doing something, and you have the similar momentum, I think Uganda can become Muga,
Yes.
make Uganda great again.
Mm.
Has it ever been great?
No, it has. I think maybe during Amin's era.
It was great again. Anyway,
Having a president write a love letter to the queen.
Uh.
If that's not greatness, I don't know what is.
the president Yari Gumite. So anyway, moving on to the new law. There's a law that was I think amended and approved.
Yes.
It first went to the parliament before our elections.
Yes.
And then passed through to the president to sign on it. So the president, I think, eventually signed that law after our elections. And the law, next time we'll come with a little of it, is the amendment on the Building Act.
Yes.
That now, these things of shifting during Christmas,
without notifying anyone.
It's not now in your hands. You could construct, look for the money, sketch for the money, abuse everyone you land, be wanting to enter your house during Christmas. And my friend, now you cannot. You need to notify the council at different levels.
Yes.
That colleagues, here's my paperwork.
I feel like my house is ready.
It's ready for me to occupy.
You can come and take a look. I feel like the intentions behind it are good, but I also feel like this is a money-making scheme.
So, I mean, you think.
I think.
How many Ugandans you think are going to do that?
And they will chase you out. They come and kick you out.
Why don't they come and start now? Because I mean, people hustle.
Yes.
People hustle to look for the money. People hustle to build those houses. You find someone entering his house, kubroka.
Yes. Without the plaster.
Someone enters his house minus the windows. Amadinisa akubiyemu bibao. Scrap yasigala kubim.
Yes.
Someone enters his house when part of the house is not yet roofed. Why? Because the economy is not giving them that chance to be leveraged to enter a fully finished house.
So there is a partial. They can give you partial residence, whereby if your house is half finished, you can enter, but they give you a duration. Like after 2 years, you have to complete this house. And if they come back after 2 years, when you haven't completed the house, they kick you out. So
when they give you a duration, let's say like 2 years, does it come with some loan?
No, of course not.
Because that means that you're playing in my money. I have very many other things that I'm going to do. School fees is on the door. People have to feed food. I have to pay transport to move here and there. I have to pay bribe somewhere, somehow. I have everything that you're looking left and right hand side. You have to pay for something. So someone says, I've given you 2 years to complete your house. If you don't complete that house, we're going to chase you from your house.
And I feel like to apply for that partial residence, you pay something. So I feel like this is a scheme to get more money from the government. Because why? For starters, I have to notify when I'm going to start building. That's me going and getting a plan, and you guys bring a surveyor and be like, your plan is approved. I pay you guys. So again, I pay you again after I finish the completion of my house. Or before the completion. What they are saying is the safety for the people.
What safety?
That
so how many people,
the house might fall on
How
you.
many people have died in Uganda?
Never had any.
Entering in unfinished houses.
I've never had any.
How many people in Uganda get issues because of the poor roads and the potholes?
I've never had any.
So why can't they fix things? I mean, imagine someone who has put up a grass-thatched house.
And for me, I have my...
and it doesn't have doors, because usually grass-thatched houses, they usually don't have doors.
Yes.
Or like what we call a lockable door or something like that. And then you're telling that someone that the first way to enter.
That person made the house by himself using raw materials that are free. That is mad. Some logs of tree that he cut down from the bush, and he had no money to buy doors and windows. And then there's someone living there, very happy. has children, has a wife in that house.
Exactly.
They're very happy. They eat every day and they sleep
Yeah.
comfortably.
They go to school and the likes, etc. Yes.
Until the morning. And then you come, for me, I've used bricks, cement. I've managed to put the roof, and then I don't have a window. Or maybe I have the windows and the doors, but they have no glasses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they're like, this is unsafe.
So when the rain comes, you feel all the sorts of wind.
I've never had anyone die from such a house. Like you, man, you died from the window fell on you while you were asleep.
Yeah.
And this victim died. I've never seen such a case.
So what do you take of that law? I mean, is it for the good of the Ugandans? Is it something that maybe needs to be revised? Or is it something that is, for now, we're not yet ready for it?
I think the law is not bad. I feel like the law is good. There are a lot of unsafe houses out there whereby a robber can easily enter, or a murderer, But again, these people want to make money. Okay, let's say if they want this thing to pass and work successfully, let them make the surveyors free. Like the surveyor comes at your house, inspects for free, and they leave it.
Yeah, all in the industry is just inform them that I'm going to enter my house and that is it.
Oh, yeah.
Then
also that.
Actually, that should be okay. But anyway, moving on to our second segment, I want us to focus on the local content in relation to football. Given the fact that this show is literally like 60% football, 20% tech, 20% others.
Yeah.
And we've been looking into the others.
The hot topics that are happening right now.
Exactly. So far we are 20 minutes into the show. And I want us to look at the local content. Starting on the on list, like we said earlier, is the Oima Stadium. One of my colleagues happened to go to the Nia Stadium, and he placed it outside. He says that everyone who goes
from outside.
Yeah, everyone who goes there just wants to take pictures. The place looks spectacular. The pitch is like a number one world-class pitch in the entire world. But according to what they are saying, it is not fit to host AFCON. Your take?
The things that they relied on to say that it's not fit, I feel like they are irrelevant when it comes to football.
You're trying to say that the scouts that came here to look at the pitches are incompetent? Is that what you're trying to say?
I'm not saying they are incompetent, but I'm saying whoever set a standard for the dressing rooms, there's something wrong with them. Let's be fair. Because me, as a fan who went to the stadium to watch players, I don't care where they dress from. I don't care whether they dress from the bus they came in. I don't care whether they dress from the toilets.
These are number one players in the world. That's how they refer to them. These are more like celebrities. These are people that when people see them, they will scream out loud as if they have seen an angel landing on earth. You want them to dress up when they are like in our taxis here?
Now,
is that what you want?
There's one problem with that. The word luxury doesn't sit right with me. I don't get it. Because for me, all I want to watch is football. I want to watch the game. Yeah. And I don't think anyone is going to attack you while you're dressing.
Yeah.
Is it?
No.
So, do you need a whole room by yourself for you to put on one jersey, one trouser, and a pair of boots?
No.
Like, I don't know. Is there anything that the dressing room, the size, adds to the player's talent?
Yeah, well, they are saying the dressing room, it doesn't add anything like it. But these players, that the ones that are coming are used to luxurious, spacious rooms with the AC. I think with the AC which is even scented. Not just normal ACs, with the whole whatever in the middle full of bananas, apples, etc., etc. Now you're giving them to a dressing room that cannot even have a pod where they can put bananas, etc. And these guys feel like it's not good. But away from that also, I'm told the VIP section is also squashed up. So the question I was asking, do VIPs play football?
No, that's what I'm saying. The reason why they are saying that Hoima Stadium can't host, they are all irrelevant to the game.
So,
Because let's say the number is small, maybe they are expecting around 2,000 VIPs, and on coming here and their survey says it's 500, that's okay. Let them fight for the tickets.
yeah.
When they are done, stay home.
Exactly. Yes.
You know, stay home. And all I'm saying is those reasons are irrelevant. What they should look at is, one, safety for the fans, for the players, for the crew, for everyone who is at the pitch. Two, is the size of the pitch standard? One. And then three is the conditions around the pitch. Is it conducive? Is it dangerous? Things like that, things that affect the game. Things that affect maybe, I think maybe one thing they should have talked about is maybe, we Ugandans will write anything on a jersey. We don't care how sexual it is, how provocative it is. For us, we'll put it on the jersey. And maybe they should be like, if Ugandans come in the pitch with jerseys that have such words, we are cutting off the tournament. Things like that. But really?
So for you still believe that our pitch, the Hoima Stadium, is superb and it is fit
very okay
to host any tournament on the planet?
Because me personally, as a Ugandan fan, I was disappointed with the capacity. Because how do you make a stadium that beautiful and it can only host 20,000? Some people would go to Hoima just for adventure. Like, get a good road trip. They don't know nothing about soccer, but like, that is a fun road trip.
Yeah.
And I get to go and see something beautiful there in Hoima. And then turns out, when most people will go there, the stadium will be full.
Yeah.
Which is disappointing. But
exactly.
Other than that, where the footballers are dressed from, I think it is fine. For me, it is fine. If you want something big, go and build it in your own home.
And then dress up and then come and
play.
If
your country is the one hosting, do it for your home team. We don't mind.
Yeah.
And then you can give us also a small space, just as revenge. We wouldn't mind. But since this is our country, we dictate those terms. That's what I was saying. What gives FIFA the right to dictate such things? Put there the bare minimum, and that's why most countries don't host these tournaments.
So you see, the thing is weird is that the people that were constructing the stadium, where did they get the standards from?
Question one. That's where I'm confused from. Because for someone to build something, there should be a plan.
Yes.
With standard rooms and measurements. So how do you tell us that the room is too small?
So are we trying to say that they didn't take due diligence? That's what it means.
Yeah, it shows
because
that
now you cannot break. Either you
break
break one room and then combine it into one to make a gigantic VIP.
So maybe
a gigantic dressing room.
If there is no enough space, you have to, reduce the number of cafeterias and make them into dressing rooms.
Exactly.
So that the players have a very big gazetted area. Why? Are you going to sleep there?
No, I mean that's what. And just to make things worse, Uganda as Uganda it is. There was a game that was being played. We won't disclose the teams, but here within our, I think, Premier League.
Yeah, our local league.
Our local league here, and it happened so that these guys, though they were playing just a normal local football in the village, like Gwambuzi, that they came same team wearing different shirts. And nobody bothered to stop the game. And I think it was normal. So my question is, do we have rules like as long as you guys can see each other, you can put on it? Because we used to play like that. Remember when we were even in our normal whatever village football, we would play. Some of you take off your shirts, some of you turn your shirts the other way around or something like that, and the match goes on. So do we have rules on the attire? Actually, on the kit?
I'm not sure because we've never seen something like that when it comes to the EPL.
To the professional football.
Because I would say the essence of the jersey is for visuals, to be seen easily. But isn't that on the side of the team? Because once the referee can tell you guys apart, I think that works for him. He knows your shirt number, it's there. And your name is there. So when he gives a yellow card or a booking or you score a goal, he can note it down. Isn't that enough for the ref?
Exactly. Yeah. And That's what actually, in the first place, I thought that's why people do colors, like red or green or something like that. But anyway, we don't know what happened. It's something that we need to find out. Do color, because you could be blaming people here when actually you could go in the pitch with different uniforms.
When there is no law that says you should
because
come
the goalkeeper, you see, the
attire.
goalkeeper, exactly. The goalkeeper usually puts on her own.
Yeah,
stuff.
also the goalkeeper needs to have a different jersey, so that for the visuals, so that the referee can tell the keeper apart. If that's not the case, a normal player could save the goal, and the referee wouldn't be able to identify who saved the ball because they are all putting on the same jersey.
We are going to look into those rules and see why does the goalkeeper addresses differently from other players. Is it because, like you say, the ref can easily say that, hey, this is the goalkeeper?
Yes.
Okay. Or is it because it's just for fun?
Because as you have
design.
seen, let's say when there is a corner, you've seen the chaos that is in the box.
Yeah.
Imagine if they are all putting on the same jersey with the keeper.
Yeah, it could
Would you be
messed
able
up.
to tell apart?
No. I think that's the reason that's why the keeper has a chance to dress on whatever he's supposed to dress on. So moving on, still within the local content, is the AFCON. When the previous AFCON, the one that Senegal won, was going on, Uganda, we were there.
Yeah, of course.
And as usual, we had the strike. And the boys were saying that the allowance were not being given. Now it turns from our credible source that they only gave they were supposed to receive 7K.
Yes.
But on 7K, they only gave them 25K.
Keep in mind this is USD.
We are speaking in terms of USG. Or
They might be
USD.
like, Banange, the FIFA is very greedy.
Yeah.
How can you fail to pay someone 7K?
Yeah.
7,000, and they are thinking you gigs.
Exactly. So, and on top of that, each player is supposed to receive 10K to qualify for AFCON.
Yes.
So, if you take off 7K minus 25K, you remain with 45K, right?
Yes.
So that means 45K, that is 10K, and 45K, how much is that? Almost
that is 14.5.
14.5 cash. That
Isn't
is
that
dollars
almost the money that's required for you to go in USA?
to watch the game.
Hey.
You still missing
For the
the 500. The
Mm.
500 is still missing on it.
Yes.
Yeah. So, why isn't FIFA issuing out this money to the boys? Is it because they play shitty football?
No. All I'm sure of is one thing. I believe this money was released and signed off. I don't have proof, but I believe
Yeah.
this money was signed off.
What proof do you have to say that?
Because if you are paying someone and giving them like a sign of gratitude, why would you give them half? You mean you want to tell me that someone in the administration signed off half, that they should get part of the money, and he did not sign the full amount?
Maybe even FIFA, the Sekafa, maybe they have not yet paid the teams. And maybe Senegal hasn't even received its award prize.
But FIFA gets money from our government, the taxpayers' money. I would have said, okay, maybe they haven't given us that money. The donations we get from FIFA, from Sekafa, from CAF, And I would have said, maybe they haven't gotten those funds yet. But that's not the case. We get 19 billions.
From them.
Well, no, from
our government,
our
local
taxpayers'
government,
money.
yes.
So where does that money go?
That money is for other, these things are budgeted for. Maybe this budget, they released the money, and then the money wasn't enough among all the players that they are selected to go and watch the game. Maybe. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe. That's what happened.
So what they did is cut some of the money that these players got, the one who was supposed to go, to cater for the ones that were extra.
I think so. And maybe also probably, enjoying the mood when they are there. Did you see any Ugandan fellow that gave out their jazz?
No, I didn't see any.
Yeah, exactly. Because they say the rule is you're not supposed to issue out that jazz. or give it. But anyway, that is Uganda for you. The money, the football, whoever is responsible for this, the kids' money or our players' money, let them issue out the money. Because this guy did what they can do. Though they didn't move far, but they did. They were there. They represented, although they came back with 1 point.
So Magogo was soliciting for money to go and attract players from abroad. Yet ours here have not yet been
by just 7K. So you feel like FIFA is a scam?
I feel like yes. And being that FIFA is under the National Council of Sports and the Ministry of Sports.
Actually, yes.
I would say the problem isn't with FIFA. Because if it was with FIFA, I think the top bosses would come. The top guys would be like, we gave you the money. Why are the players getting only 2.5K? Have you heard anyone talk about it? Apart from us who are complaining, that why don't you pay the boys? So I feel like it's a cartel.
Maybe, it could be a cartel. It could be maybe they didn't receive the money at all. Have you ever thought of that?
But if the most famous athletes we have in the country are being treated like this, what is happening to the female side?
Oh my God, we don't have to go there. I don't know what happens to them. But anyway, moving on. The female side should be a topic for another day. Moving on, I wanted to pose a question before we get to the Champions League segment. The Mexican president, right?
Yeah.
Was he taken? Which president was taken from their country?
No one was taken. They killed the head of the cartel
in Mexico.
Okay.
Literally sparking some chaos and some form of war.
And also the cartel did the same as Iran. Burn everything to the ground for revenge.
Then, again, you're seeing now that in Iran, there's a war that is being spearheaded by Israel and America. Now, a question. A trillion Ugandan question. Do you still think the World Cup can still be hosted in those countries, given the safety?
No. If Canada can take on
everything,
and host it by itself, though a lot of fans won't go there because of the safety.
Canada is not safe.
It is close to America. What do you expect?
Oh yeah.
It's neighboring to America. Anything can happen anytime. So we would urge on the people we have there from our country, from our other countries, to go into those pitches and support. For starters, Canada is very cold.
But the time they choose to play, do you think it will still be cold?
Because
that's a tactic
in America,
for African teams to lose.
I'm not sure, but all I know is whoever decided that America should host this World Cup blundered.
I mean, these are weird times.
But it was decided before Trump was the president, during Biden.
Yeah, actually, that's true. That's very
So you can't blame them.
Yeah.
But all I know, they need to think of a solution first. But I think maybe they should just postpone. Because whichever country move the World Cup to, they have to organize.
Postpone the World Cup?
Yes.
Why can't Canada alone host the World Cup?
You know, Trump arrested Canada from the countries they have peace with, peace treaties with. Or was it the Prime Minister of Canada? He said that these giants, they set up the rules and the laws, but they go on and defy them when the things are not working their way. So after him making those statements, Trump was like, for you are no longer in the countries that we are in peace with.
Yeah, but this is World Cup. It's not for one country. It's not for one continent. This is everyone in the world. So that means it has to be in the places that we feel like they're extremely comfortable reaching to America or going to Canada or Mexico. Those countries are far from Africa.
Yeah, but at least for Canada, I won't have to pay the 15K. And for Canada, FYI, if you want to stay there, they take on a lot of refugees. I think it's the country with the most refugees in the world.
Canada.
Yeah, Canada.
And so you feel like, for you, according to you, you feel like Canada can host World Cup on its own.
Yeah, on its own. I feel like.
Right. So now moving on to Champions League, that is those views. Colleagues, keep in mind, these are our own views.
Of course.
Don't say...
We are only speaking our minds.
Exactly. Don't say the decisions were made based on this podcast. No. This podcast hasn't gotten that enough energy to dictate our way. Whatever they should.
We are not anywhere influential, FYI.
Exactly. And did you go and see your president? The
course.
President gave podcasters, TikTokers, whatever, 5 billion, put 5 billion in their circle.
For some reason, and this is not in bad faith, I don't think we fit in the category that went. I'll be honest. There's only one Ugandan podcaster that I see we could fit in with. There's some guy on TikTok. Also on YouTube, I think he's there.
Yeah,
usually,
I think,
he talks about...
I think so, yeah,
exactly. It is a he and a female.
Yeah.
Most of the time, yeah.
Yeah, I could actually do agree with you there. So in other words, it was right not to join that crew.
Yeah, because for us, we don't talk about things that people like, things that people get hyped about. No.
Yeah.
Apart from football, because that's for men.
Yeah.
We love football. But for the rest, let's say tech, what's trending in the world. We talk about things that are really having an impact on the world. And for us going there, because for us we don't dance. We don't. Yeah. We are not here. We are not comedians.
Yeah.
We are not saying punchlines. So we say things that we think are influential and have an impact on our country.
And the sole goal is to make your mind roll, and in the long run find ways you can entertain yourself and be happy.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Now moving on to our segment 3, WRS's Champions League playoffs. You know very well, a key game in highlight here was Madrid playing against Benfica.
Yes.
And when Vinicius Jr. scored a goal, he went in the corner section. Okay? Weirdly danced near the corner flag.
Yes.
You can disagree or agree. I'm using the word weirdly danced on the corner flag.
Okay, I won't judge
after scoring the goal. Okay. Later, he was on the bench crying. He wasn't substituted. He wasn't sent off from the pitch. But he was on the bench crying. How he has been abused. How he has been a victim of racism by one of the players. Anything right in the statements I've said?
Yeah, okay. It is okay for you to report something like that. Feel low when something as that has been said to you. But for Vinicius Jr., I feel like he takes everything to another level. Because I feel like remember, most of us know Jejo Kocha.
Yeah.
Jejo Kocha said when he went to, was it?
Bolton Wanderers. Yeah.
He faced a lot of racism incidents.
Yeah.
And do you know what his resolve was?
Skill.
I'm going to show them what I'm made of.
Yeah.
Now, even if he went with the keeper face to face, one-on-one, instead of scoring an easy goal, he had to first dodge the man like 10 times.
Yeah, then he scores.
To show you that I might be black or a monkey or whatever you call me, but I'm better than you when it comes to football. So,
but you know that he was given a platform to showcase that football. If he's not given that platform, his football will be useless.
Of course. So, and again,
why don't you respect the owners of the league?
We know that we are black, don't we?
100%, yes.
And the monkeys and the apes and the baboons and the likes, what color are they?
Black.
Have you ever seen a white baboon?
No.
Have you ever seen a white monkey?
No.
So, okay. We're not saying like racism is good, but we are saying at least, how can I say? Like, I want to get a term that says like, be more prepared, be more ready to hear something like that happen all the time.
Yeah.
I had at one time when you were abroad, kids in the bus would laugh.
Yeah.
When they see you there, like,
oh my God,
the tourist attraction.
Yeah. Because according to their classes, anyone black in color is a monkey.
Yes. They were seeing a tourist attraction, and well, we're not saying racism is good, okay? But we're saying, and by the way, I second this. If whites come here, you're also free to call them by whichever name you like.
Yeah.
Because now here, you're at your home.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey.
Yeah. So that's so you think, indeed, is that Vinicius Junior took it far?
Yeah, I mean, it's wrong. But you saw Semenyo. There was some racism word that was thrown at him.
I don't think it was racism. I think they just abused Semenyo.
Really?
Before when he was still
because if it's abusing, if it's abusing, you can't kick the fan out. That's normal. That's trash talk.
And the person next to the fan had to re-echo what the guy had said. So that's why they ended
But
up.
all they did was stand and say it again. The man said it again.
Yeah.
The man was taken out of the pitch and Semenyo continued playing.
Yeah.
Very well. Perfectly.
But do you think that form of attitude is that whereby someone just says something and you cannot do anything about it? You think it is rising up now?
Because all I know...
Because you see, it's still several things. This one's attacking this one and no one.
For Semenyo, for Vinicius Junior, they are not locals. There's a difference between you being black and being a national citizen of that country.
But you know very well that Vinicius Junior is a Brazilian.
Yes.
Semenyo is what?
You are not a citizen. He's from Ghana.
Is an African.
Yeah. So you can't go and smack someone from that country. My friend, you will never come back here.
So in that game, the first game ended 1-0.
Yeah.
Madrid winning. And then of course the second round off, it ended 2-1. But still, Vinicius Junior scored a goal in that game, and again he did the same celebration. Weird celebration near the corner flag. So is he provoking them? Is he trying to insist on something, or insinuate something, or show us something?
Because what I have seen when it comes to some teams now, you remember that derby between Sunderland and Newcastle?
Yeah.
Sunderland had been losing to Newcastle ever since I don't know when. But every time Newcastle met Sunderland, Newcastle would win. And they would take some pictures, provoking them, saying that we're the masters of this derby. When Sunderland scored, they gave them a payback.
Yeah.
Took the same picture they took with the same poses.
Yes.
I think that's how the game should be.
Yeah.
If someone comes at you, but he has not physically, maybe he has not taunted you physically, he has not slapped you, he has not kicked you, and maybe he scores a goal, says something funny, or does a funny celebration, keep your calm. Wait for your turn. Score a goal. And
do your funny celebration.
Now, for him, he did it in the corner flag. You go where their coach is.
So your conclusion is, Davores, is that Vinicius took it too personal.
Yeah, I think so. Because he's not the only... I don't believe he's the only one, facing such things.
And he's not the first one.
Yeah.
Either.
A lot of people are facing a lot of racism comments. Someone might be like, he would come in the room, come at you, knocks you and be like, oh, I didn't see you there. Meaning you're too dark for him to see you.
Yeah.
So he was trying to walk through you.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people face such comments.
Yeah, but you see, I don't understand. How are we being blamed because we have a black color? Did you choose to be dark?
And that's what I'm saying.
Did you choose to be bright? Did you choose to be, there's a musician who says a different color, one what?
One people.
One people. I mean, did that statement make sense to people? Do their blood, is it green?
No, the problem is with us. That's why I blame Vinicius. I told you, when the whites come here, we see them as gods. Everybody pass, there is a Muzungu.
Yeah.
Why? Be like, hello.
But do they still see them as gods?
No, if you meet a white...
those days?
Some people still see them as gods, I believe, here. But meet someone white and be like, hello, don't you have Vaseline in your country or the sun? Why are you that pale?
Yeah.
Also throw some funny comment there. But once you see someone white, you feel like even if they touch you, you have been blessed.
Oh.
That's a wrong mentality. And that's why we get disappointed. when they say such comments to us. But I feel like we should choose equality. Go for equality. There's nothing special with them. It's just the color.
So, racism. Do you think it's a habit that is going to cease, or that at one moment in time it will cease?
It might cease in the future, but there will still be that small number of people who will still be racists.
That's why I was asking. So, do you think you're comfortable watching World Cup in those countries whereby it is common? You know very well the statistics, they have said those statistics. And remember, Africans are going to be in the same World Cup.
Yes.
And believe me or you, this same, if there's any African team that wants to walk out of the pitch, I'll support them.
This is something I was saying. You know, when you go to play soccer, let me say now, the World Cup. When you go there, go with a strategy. Maybe don't play fair. Go with the chaos. Move with the African pride. Go with the chaos. If you can't win the game because they are too fast or skilled better than you are, play it the African way. Hammer everyone that goes in front of you.
Kick the legs?
Of course.
Davares, we'll discuss that generally when the World Cup is about to begin.
There are things that I hate hearing, like, you know, you hear maybe we are playing against, let me say, Germany, and then you hear some fellow here saying, man, the guys were too fast. They are overskilled. First, we couldn't do anything. What do you mean we couldn't do anything?
They killed their energy boosters. They killed their morale. They killed their maturity and confidence. They just faces. They just see something. Remember when we were watching Mozambique game?
Yes.
The drills. The way they move in their drills, like, oh my God, these guys are going to amass 10 goals. But what happened?
We hammered them. And all I'm saying, you don't have to do everything the right way. You're playing the way they're playing. You're playing using the playbooks they give us, the one that you get from the internet or from their schools of coaching. That is wrong. Get the African way, which is there's only one way to score. Get that ball in the box. We don't want to know your playbook where the ball is passing. We just don't want to know.
Yeah, just shoot it to the goal.
But sorry for Vinicius Junior. Hopefully he's okay. He's no longer crying.
Of course he's okay. I mean, he's not a baby. Life has to continue.
That's what we were saying. You don't have to cry.
Exactly.
So, what should we do? If something bad happens, we also cry.
And you know, every time you keep on showing your weakness, people keep on stepping on you more. So now they notice that Vinicius, if they are, maybe he's going to kick a dying penalty, they will tell him that word. And they will lose concentration. They will hammer the ball in the sky like Bruno Fernandes.
And that player that told him that comment will get a red card, but they would lose the game.
Exactly.
I thought those guys are taught mental strength. Something like that.
But some things, remember, they are also human. Don't think they are robots.
Yeah.
They are humans, so they react. So you might tell someone something, and it really hits hard.
Yeah, but I saw...
probably it's the first time he's hearing that same thing or something.
You know, I think when they're teaching you mental strength,
they have on that, your last comment on that, on racism. Otherwise, we might not...
my last comment on racism is always expect something like that to come across when you are black in a white country.
If you don't want to hear such words, go back and pray for your local league.
Go back to Brazil. And you'll see if there's someone who would call you a monkey there.
Otherwise, you shouldn't make noise for us.
Yeah.
Life is normal. Life is not going to stop because they have called you a monkey. Grow up and stay in lane. Play your football. Do the Okocha way.
Of course.
The only theory, all those only said the same thing. Play your game. Then afterwards, when you retire, you go back to your country. No one will call you a monkey.
Go back with your money that you came to make. Sit, relax, and enjoy your life.
Okay. So, Davares, group selection for round of 16. Are focusing on the EPL teams. Your reaction, your expectation. For starters, Newcastle doing badly in Premier League. They hammered them last game week.
Yes.
Who hammered them? Let me see. Newcastle was hammered by... They played on Saturday, right? Saturday, Sunday.
I'm trying to remember who they're playing against.
Newcastle played on Saturday. Yeah, Newcastle. Yeah, they did play on Saturday, and Everton hammered them 2-3.
Everton
hammered them 2-3. Here they are. They have been tagged to whatever Barcelona. Your thought, your prediction.
With their current form, I'm going to have to go with Barca.
Why?
Because for starters, they are lacking their playmaker, Bruno Guimaraes, and also their striker, Walter Med. And I feel like
Walter Med is not there, but he's with.
Okay, but I feel like Barcelona is on a good form with a lot of good players. The Lamine Yamal. I feel like Newcastle is going to lose the game.
Both home and away?
Yeah, both.
Or maybe
they're going to get knocked out.
First focus in the first round of 16.
They are going to get
which
knocked
is happening
out.
Next week, but one, right?
Yes. Actually, next week.
Next week.
Yeah,
yes, next week. Yes.
They're going to get knocked out.
Okay. Then Liverpool versus Galatasaray.
I'm going to go with Liverpool.
Because they managed to hammer 5 goals too over the weekend.
And no, because they are stronger.
And you think
Galatasaray used to be
round of 16 is weak?
No, Galatasaray used to be strong when they had Mourinho, but lately, I don't think they are as strong.
Okay. So you believe like Liverpool is winning?
Yes.
Then, of course, we look at Atletico Madrid versus Tottenham. It's one I agree with you earlier. Tottenham is losing. It's awful this season.
Their captain is always getting red cards.
And I'm certain they might even be relegated. You've not yet added them to the relegated battle. But trust me, Tottenham is at the borderline.
Because of Ahmed had confirmed 2 teams.
Yeah.
That is Wolves and Burnley.
Yes. It seems like Wolves is coming out.
But if Spurs gets relegated, that would be something to see.
All right. Then we look at Arsenal and then Leverkusen.
Arsenal. And I want to say this. I'm a United fan, but I'm not biased. Arsenal is going to the semis. I looked at their side, the teams they are going against. The only strong team there that they are going to face on the semis is Barcelona.
Assuming it hammers Newcastle.
Yeah, assuming.
Yeah.
It hammers Newcastle. But Arsenal's side is too weak. I expect to see Arsenal to the semis.
Okay, I'm not going to comment that because I'll literally be biased and because of time. Chelsea versus PSG. Club World Cup final redone.
This is a tough one. This is a tough one. But
your expectation and prediction.
If Chelsea are on top of their game, I'll go with Chelsea.
So what do you mean by on top of their game? What is not on top of their game now that Chelsea is not?
You know, Chelsea keeps on getting funny red cards. I don't know why. Even this game week, they got a red card.
Yeah.
They are playing against Arsenal, right? So, how does a forward get a red card? 2 yellows. Why? No, that's something I don't get.
You keep on saying that maybe they are up around the legs.
But there was no threat of a goal whatsoever. Why do you tackle someone when you are on a yellow card? So if they get another red card in the Champions League, I feel like they are going to lose to PSG. But other than that, Chelsea is a strong opponent. And I'm going to have to go with Chelsea.
Let's go with Chelsea. Then, the weird one, like you tagged it earlier, Real Madrid versus Manchester City. Not Manchester United. Manchester City.
Also, this one, anything can happen.
You sure?
Yeah, anything can happen. But I'm going to go with Man City.
I don't know. I have a feeling that Madrid might actually hammer Man City.
I want someone to call Vinicius Junior monkey.
Again?
In that game. Please do it for us so that he cries. And when he cries, they will lose focus. I also would like to see Rudiger lose.
Those are WS's comments.
Yeah, of course. But all in all, I want my striker, the best striker in the world, Hall of Fame, to make it to something like the finals or the semi-finals.
We're going to
Actually, I wanted a Premier League team to win the Champions League so that we get a fixed position.
So that was quickly into our fourth segment. That is the English Premier League.
Yes.
And we are looking at game week 27. Okay. We're looking at. I'm going to go through them quickly, and you give me your reaction. The first game that happened was Aston Villa. That is match week 27. Eh?
Yeah.
Aston Villa drew with the 1-1 against Leeds. Were you surprised? Quickly.
Aston Villa?
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening to Aston Villa.
They
used to be title contenders.
Yeah, but they are losing. And remember the previous game which has ended, they lost to Wolves. You can imagine.
Are they just off form?
They want a new coach.
Did they go through in the Europa? We never put focus on Europa.
Yeah, but they are there actually. Yeah, be there.
So Aston Villa, I'm going to agree and say that was a shock.
Then Chelsea getting a red card and drawing against Burnley 1-1.
Big shock.
You want Chelsea to do to win?
Of course. Against Burnley.
Then Man City hammering Newcastle 2-1, clean goals.
No shock.
No shock. And then Liverpool, Nottingham Forest being hammered by Liverpool 1-0.
For that game, I don't know what's happening, but Liverpool is coming back slowly.
Yeah, and then the London Derby, the mighty Arsenal, the best team in the world, undefeatable, the best team with the most clean sheets, the best team with the goal scoring record set pieces, managed to hammer in the London Derby against Spurs. 4 goals against 1 for Spurs. Were you surprised? Were you shocked, or this was expected?
I expected
it's a London Derby.
To win. I expected Arsenal to win, but not by those many goals. At least like at 2-1, I thought it would be close. But I think Spurs, you might be right, might get relegated.
I told you that earlier.
Might get relegated. If they don't get serious, they have just fired the coach, but still the team is still performing very poorly.
Yeah. All right, then moving on to the last game. The club that has I've never seen a lose in the last 6-8 games. The club that once was everyone laughing at. The club whose stadium, when it rains, is like a swimming pool. The club that has changed, I don't know how many coaches. But here they are. They hammered Everton by 1 goal. And in that game, Lamens was the man of the match. And Lamens took the bonus 3 points.
So, all of you the haters out there, I want you to know.
Is that allowed?
Whatever you're trying to do to Manchester United to lose, your witches, your spells, they're not working. Maybe you should try out some other witch doctors. Try some new witch doctors. And I believe this time round, that guy has to cut off his hair.
This is game 1, literally.
Yes.
This is the second game, actually. It's the second game.
And I believe the third time is the charm. First time, it was 4 games. We still drew. Second time, 4 games, we drew. Now, the third time is going to be the charm.
Right. Then that was when we focus on game week 28. Remember, I had said earlier that Wolves managed to hammer Aston Villa, which wasn't sound like news to us. But then Liverpool hammering West Ham 5-2 goals.
I'm going to be honest. I thought West Ham would win. Have you seen the previous form for West Ham?
Yeah. They are literally being unmatched.
So what happened?
They are playing against Liverpool. and Liverpool was home.
But Liverpool has been losing left, right, and
They
center.
were home. You never walk alone.
This was a shock.
Then Manchester staggering with Leeds. Leeds almost hammered Man City cleanly, but eventually Manchester won the game by 1-0. Haaland blanking.
He never played at all. There were claims of a penalty. When was it Matthias Nunes
Yeah,
did a handball?
yeah.
But that wasn't a handball. Even if I was the ref, I wouldn't have awarded it. The man didn't know where the ball was.
Yeah.
For the foul to be awarded, it should be that it was deliberate. You saw the ball and you left your hand in the way, or you placed it wrongly. But I feel like that wasn't a penalty. But I saw a lot of Arsenal fans,
Saying it could have been one. But anyway, in that same game, on the same week on Sunday, we are looking at Man U hammering Newcastle comfortably. 2 with a 2-1.
I wouldn't say it was comfortable because the comfortability came in after the red card.
Yeah, but you won.
Yeah, we did win. And I'm saying, now that we are in the third place, life is good.
Then, of course, Arsenal hammering Chelsea, and again Chelsea getting a red card.
Actually, Chelsea was posing some bit of a threat. But once they got that red card, everything went down the drain.
Yeah, that's true. It ended up giving Arsenal a chance.
I think Chelsea wants a record for the most red cards in a single season. Don't you think?
I think so. But anyway, colleagues, there, as the Premier League table stands, so far Arsenal has the most games. So far it has played 29 games, and it is number one position with 64 points. Man City in the second position. So far they have played 28 matches, and then they have 59 points. Manchester United,
Of course.
for I think ever since this season began, this is the first time that United is in number 3. I wanted us to give them a clap,
Of course.
and I'm trying to. Yes.
We deserve an applause.
Yeah, United deserve that applause again.
We deserve the applause.
Exactly. I mean, ever since we started this podcast, this is the first time we are seeing Manchester United here. They have played 28 games and they have 51 points with the game in hand, actually.
Next time when you read Manchester United's name, say AKA Gumite. As Plan the kids say it, Gamite.
Yeah. Then we look at Aston Villa in the 4th place with 28 games and 51 points, equaling Man United. But surprisingly, Man United have serious goal difference. I don't know where you got them from, but it's United, you have them.
We are back.
Then we have Liverpool. No, we usually stop at number 4.
Yeah.
So the rest one, we cannot eat our cookies. So, colleagues, that's what happened between Game Week 27 and then Game Week 28. We are moving on slow but sure. Moving next on our episode or on our segment is the fantasy segment. And as you know very well, the fantasy segment has a local league.
Yes.
That this local league, remember I refer to it as the Diamond Vondo League, 20 25, 26. And as it stands, the tension is mounting.
Yeah.
The people that we are leading are being shuffling, getting a red arrow. Those that were up are getting a minus arrow. But if you look at the way the league is, it's extremely tight. Of course, number 1 is comfortably leading with 1,588 points.
Yes.
Unmatched. And there's no way you can, you can be there and then be like, oh my God, we need to be underestimated. No, it's unmatched as it stands. The word is as it stands.
Gumite.
Yes. Then, of course, we have Fifi the King in number 2 with 1,516 points. Undefeatable trying to reclaim back his position, is back in action. Is back in fifth on point, and is back on form. This time he managed to scoop 53 points. So Isoto is coming to 1,466 points. Then of course J-Code getting a slide. This is the worst game week, I think, other than Camps FC, who came in second.
Once Haaland blanked.
Once Haaland blanked, of course, yes. And then with 1,461 points. And as usual, we stop at number 4. We don't usually go below. We don't want to eat cookies. So the players that are below, that we not mentioned, try your best. And move to the positions. Then this, you never know, you could stop reading the other people's names. But as it stands, the league is extremely tense. As it gets closer, people are becoming sharper and wiser. Okay? Davores, are you surprised with what I've given you in relation to Namavondo League? Do you have another tactic that you're going to comfortably stay in that position forever?
Yes. And my solution is how we are going to use the chips. How we are going to use the chips is going to determine what your position will be by the end of the season. And I believe I have some bit of an edge. Though I use my wild card, I still have my 3 chips: the bench boost, the free hit, and the triple captain. And only one double game week so far. No, there is no any other double game week that has been confirmed apart from the first one. And one blank. For them, they have been confirmed right away. But I'm waiting for the other double game weeks to see how it goes. So far, I've managed to shuffle my team, get rid of most of the Arsenal players, to make sure that by the time the blank comes in game week 31, my team is set. But I'm facing some setbacks that warrant in my plan. For example, Mokile is expected to be back 14th March. He was a very crucial player in my team.
Yeah, same applies to my team.
So I have to substitute him out because I don't want to face the blank. I was planning on keeping them, the Mokile. So when the blank comes in, all I do is bench the players. Like I bench Gabriel, I bench Haaland, I bench Semenyo without selling them. But for Mokile getting an injury, that puts me in the pickle. I have either to sell one of these 3 players that are not going to play, or Mokile. And I'm likely to sell Haaland if it gets confirmed that he got injured and is not going to be available for these 2 game weeks. Remember, he's blanking in the 3rd one.
Yeah. He's useless, actually. It turns to be
out.
Useless.
I'm going to switch him for someone like a Kitike or Thiago.
Okay. On that note, I wanted us to tag on to add your team for this coming game week, which is starting tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll go with mine as you're settling in, Davores. Is that much as yes, you're saying that I don't want to sell Haaland yet. So Haaland is still in my on my striking line yet.
It's going to be crucial in the title race.
Then Joe Pedro. Okay. Then in my midfielder, I want to change. I'm actually likely to drop Rogers and bring back Thiago on my striking line. And then, of course, the one and only Cole Palmer stays there, but warning. He has entered on my side. Semenyo, untouchable. Captain Fantastic, untouchable. And then Somerville, warning. When I bought him, they were hyping him. We watched the game, you see how he was playing, but it seems like he's a one-hit wonder. And in my defense, of course, I have Rodon, I have Ezri Konsa, and then Steve, but I'm going to bring in Coyote back into my defense to replace him with the Rodon. And of course, my goalkeeping, I have the one and only Captain Pickford. So, and one of my strategies that I'm using in my team is that I'm not doing any transfer now. or I'm keeping all my transfer. You never know, I'm going to use them either in the double game week or find something to use within my other wild cards or chips that I would be having. Over to you, WS.
Actually, your strategy is what I wanted to deploy. I wanted to hold out.
But it is my strategy.
On my transfers.
Why don't you look for your strategy?
For now. Because there's going to be a double game week in game week 33.
Yeah.
I don't know yet who are going to get the double game weeks. But since I don't have a chip, the wild card chip, so I have to rely on transfers, the free transfers. And by that game week, I want to have a minimum of at least 4.
Yeah, actually, me, I want to have 5, the exact number of subs that we're supposed to make. Then I can make a decision on those.
So far, that means keeping Haaland and praying he comes back.
Yeah.
Because if he doesn't, my bench is on red. I have 2 injured players from Sunderland. There are crucial players in my team. But in my goal, I'm going to keep Pickford. Against Burnley, I feel like he's ought to give me something this time round. My defense, the man of the hour, Gabriel.
Yeah, actually, you people are making me either buy Gabriel or Captain Van Dijk.
Oh, yeah. Then I have Cash. Cash has been a good player, but he gave me 0. How do you plan give me 0?
He did play for 90 minutes.
He got a yellow card and they considered 2 goals.
Yeah,
so the 2 points got taken away from him.
Yeah, you get
Give me 0.
No defensive contributions?
None. And then I have Kadioglu, but it's going against Arsenal, so I'm not expecting much from him.
He gave you points.
Also Cash is going against Chelsea. Nothing much there as well. But in my midfield, I'm having Palmer, and I'm likely to captain Semenyo against Nottingham Forest. And then my new free transfer is not doing much. Called Ryan from Bournemouth. Gave me 2 points in the previous game week, but that was his first game. So I'm going to give him like 2 more games to monitor him out and see what he can provide me. And then I have Captain Fantastic and I have Casemiro. For some reason, I have hope in Casemiro that he can deliver a huge banger.
He did actually play very well in this conclusion.
He was just unlucky.
Yeah, he was just unlucky, but he did play well.
My striking, I'm keeping Joao Pedro, and for now, as it stands, Haaland. Praying that he gets better, because this previous game week he gave me 0, and if he gives me another 0, there is no one to replace him with.
True. For now.
Yes.
How about Captain Salah? They did a 5-goal against West Ham and there wasn't even an assist from him.
But he played in the game.
I don't know if he played. Not so sure, but if he played.
I saw some funny guy there on TikTok, saying that he's going to bring in Salah, because they have a good fixture. I'm like, no. I would rather bring in Soboslai.
We would have told him good luck from the word.
Yeah. So my bench there's Dubravka, I have Broby, who is injured, I have Nalo and Mukiri.
Okay. So that's your team. So NL, that was before we get into the key player segment, is that I wanted us to read for me the matches that we conclude this right away, and you give me your prediction. Is that we have a game that is start coming tomorrow at 22:30. That is Bournemouth against Bedford.
Draw.
And then Everton against Burnley.
Everton.
Leeds against Sunderland.
Leeds.
Wolves against Liverpool. This game is coming in at 23:15.
Close. I'm going to go with Liverpool. It's back on form.
Back on form, okay. Then, of course, we are looking at Aston Villa versus Chelsea. That game is coming on when is that 22:30?
Since they are both fighting for the Champions League position, it's going to be a good game. And I'm going to go with Chelsea.
I'm also giving it Chelsea. Then, of course, we have Brighton versus Arsenal.
Unfortunately, I'm going with Arsenal.
Unfortunately. Then, of course, we have Fulham versus West Ham.
Fulham.
And Man City versus Nottingham Forest.
Man City. Next. That one, just go to next.
Newcastle versus Man United, and you say next.
Isn't it obvious?
This one I will try to make sure that I don't sleep off. And then, of course, the last game is happening through on Thursday. That is 5th match. That is Spurs versus Crystal Palace at 23 sharp.
I'm going to go with Crystal Palace.
The Crystal Palace. And you think your predictions are accurate?
Yes.
All right, now a quick one.
Betting,
So a quick one, just as before we wrap up the show, I think in the next 3 to 4 minutes, we need to be wrapping up the show, is the recent blanks that Haaland is making to us vis-a-vis Benjamin Sesko. He has become a problem. Is it the right time to start comparing those two?
Because at this moment I feel like if Sesko is a starter, I will switch Haaland out for Sesko in the blink of an eye. Now for me, I'm a Manchester United player. But there's a problem with that. I already have 2 Manchester United players.
I mean, you can have a third one. And you've seen the goal that Sesko scores. They are clinical goals. They are like really a real striker now.
Yeah, he was frustrated when he got subbed off.
Yes.
I think he felt like he needed to score some more goals.
Yeah.
And the header was good. Good finish.
Even the goal that he scored the previous game week, it was also a superb goal.
Though Kunyan Beumo did everything.
Did most of the work, yeah.
He found it there.
Yeah, but there are people who stood there and then threw the ball up the post.
But right now, as a United fan, I'm confident to say that we have a valid striker.
So you feel like it's high time to substitute Sesko for Haaland?
Because, Haaland is going to blank.
Do you feel like it's the right time to substitute Sesko for Haaland? I mean, Haaland for Sesko.
I'll be honest. Haaland is unmatched when he's on form. But at the moment, I would.
Does it look like Haaland is off form?
I think maybe he's having some issues. Might be emotional, might be family.
Or maybe he abused the coach.
Probably, because how does he not play at all? How do players get injuries during warm-up or during training?
He said actually he got some car injury during Thursday last week. That's when something popped up. And that's what happened. So colleagues, Davores, is there anything you want to add on to that duo?
For now, I would say watch, because Sesko's minutes are not guaranteed. Problem 1. Though also Haaland's minutes at the moment are not guaranteed. So if you want to make the switch, no one would blame you. But if it backfires,
Davores, in just a few seconds, you saw Eberechi Eze has started the last 2 games for Arsenal.
Yeah.
Has that changed?
Yeah, I think Arsenal's
strategy has back?
Changed.
Or has Arteta finally given up on his weird behaviors with players?
Didn't he play for like 90 minutes?
Yeah, he did. Yes.
So for now, I feel like Eberechi Eze is back in the starting lineup. But I'm not eager to bring him on right now. Maybe after the blank. Probably after the blank. There, if he starts like one more game, I'll be like, he will be a very crucial player in my team.
Davores, before we get into our conclusion, which games do we have on the weekend?
Probably I think we have
the finals.
FA.
With the finals for Carabao Cup?
Carabao? I saw the final around the 22nd.
Yeah, as no, that will be 14th.
It says 14th.
Yeah. We have games. We have a game tomorrow against Portugal versus Bristol City. I wonder why.
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
For Arsenal?
Yeah. So over the weekend we have FA Cup. I want us to go through these games quickly. Davores focusing on the games that are in the EPL, specifically the big one. So 7th March. That's a Saturday, right?
Yeah.
So we have Wrexham versus Chelsea, of course Chelsea. Then we have Newcastle versus Man City. I will go for Man City.
Yeah, Man City.
Then we have, I think those are the games that I'm seeing here.
How about?
Of course, we have Liverpool also playing against Wolves. Arsenal versus Manfield Town. So we have some FA colleagues. You can check the FA games that are happening over the weekends. Your teams are all in play time to really do the play. Then of course we look at You can look at how you're concluding NL. I mean WS. Your closing remarks, because I see we have in 1 minute, actually in 10 seconds, close and wrap up the show at the same time.
Yeah, all I can say, please try to be happy. There was a study that showed that by 2030, 50% of Ugandans are going to have mental problems.
Yes, you can do that in a minute.
Yeah, please don't have mental problems. Life is short.
Yeah.
Learn something new. Learn what you like. Learn what you don't like. If something works out for you, go with it.
Yeah.
Something refuses, try something else.
True.
Don't force life. And also, please be ready. As we said, build a bunker.
You said you were going to advise them
or
to
build
a
a tunnel that takes you from Kampala to Karamoja.
And that was you need to winding up.
Okay. All I'm saying, please, make sure you stay safe. The world is wild out there.
Yeah.
Stay safe. Be happy. And life moves on. JW.
Exactly, like what Dawres says, the key rule is always be cautious. Life, health is expensive.
Yeah.
Health is where you can spend your money minus looking left, right, and center.
Yeah.
So taking care of it now is extremely important. We happen to be in one of the harvest festival where farmers of all sorts come and showcase what they are doing. And people have done wonders in farming. When we were growing up, farming used to be taken as something which is disgusting.
Something domestic.
Exactly.
Grow what you're going to eat.
Exactly. But the reality of the matter is, without farming, the world can never exist. And that's the reason, that's why Africa was richly blessed by that. The lands are extremely fertile. You know, when there are those that were doing geography, there are some areas, especially within Uganda, that had fertile lands.
Yes.
And that led to the development of those particular areas. So we don't need to, in any way, sabotage agriculture. Agriculture is something that we are going to feed on. We can't live without electricity.
Yes.
We can't live without internet.
Yes.
Let no one lie to you that internet is a necessity. No, it has never been a necessity.
It's not a basic
It
need.
was switched off during elections. Did we disappear?
No.
But if they have taken food, what would have happened to us?
Starvation.
Exactly. So keep in mind that at any moment in life, there is a restaurant that is cooking food.
Yes.
To be consumed by an individual. We never stop consuming.
On a daily basis.
Exactly. So what we are catering for people, eat appropriately. Eat what you can and don't stop wasting food. The concept is keep healthy. Focus on agriculture than any other thing. Give it more time. Enjoy life. You can go dance on the street. No one stops you to do that. As long as that one will clear off your head. For us, you see, this is one of the reasons that's why we are doing this podcast. Is the podcast make us happy? And as it is, we'll meet again on episode 26. Right? Enjoy the rest of the week. Have a blessed start of the week of game week tomorrow, EPL. And then see you on Saturday during the FA round.
Yeah.
See you and sign out. Great minds.
Peace out.